Welcome to the Anxiety Doesn't Own Me podcast. My name is Emmanuel Isaacson. I'm an anxiety coach who helps people to overcome and heal their anxiety naturally. What's going on, guys? Today's episode, what I want to talk about is cardiophobia. And this is something that I know a lot of people struggle with whenever they're struggling with anxiety. And they become this way because it can be from their anxiety or it's just, their fear. And what is cardiophobia is that they are afraid that something is going to happen to their heart. They're afraid that their heart isn't working well. They might have a heart attack. They don't want their heart rate to increase. And a lot of us, we deal with this whenever we're experiencing anxiety, because anxiety itself causes these kinds of symptoms, like, for example, heart palpitations or increase of heart rate, chest pains. And we become so hyper-focused on our heart that any little tiny thing that happens, we right away think something bad is going to happen. We right away are worried that we may get a heart attack. So we are going to avoid certain things. We are not going to do or go places because of that. And we will do certain things in order for ourselves to not experience those symptoms, which makes sense. Definitely makes sense, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that our heart is okay. We want to make sure that we are healthy. We want to make sure that we won't get a heart attack, which definitely makes sense. But the problem is that it's taking over our lives. It is literally controlling everything in our lives, and we can't operate. We can't function properly, which is causing us a lot of distress. So we need to do something about the cardiophobia so that we're no longer afraid about it, so that we can do whatever we want, however we like, whenever we like, and that we can live our lives without being hyper-focused and being worried about our heart. Now, anxiety itself in general is going to increase your heart rate sometimes. It's going to cause you chest pains. It's going to cause you heart palpitations. It's definitely going to cause those issues. Now, we can go to the doctor. I remember I went to a cardiologist multiple times, and even I went to the hospital multiple times because I thought I was having a heart attack. I thought there was something wrong with my heart. So every time I went, the doctor said, listen, your heart is perfectly healthy. There's nothing wrong with it. So I asked them, I'm like, okay, so why is it that I am experiencing these chest pains? Why is it that I'm experiencing this heart palpitation or increase in heart rate? Well, why? For what reason? He didn't have an answer for me then. He's like, listen, I have no idea why, but you're perfectly healthy. And this was about 12 years ago, whenever I went through anxiety. But I came to realize after, I've met somebody who went through an anxiety disorder, that the social worker that worked with me, he was able to help me to understand what I was going through, because he went through it himself. He went through anxiety himself, and he explained to me that, hey, you're experiencing all of these symptoms is because it's coming from your anxiety. It's not coming from you having heart issues. It's not because your heart isn't healthy. It's because more that your anxiety is causing these issues. So that made sense, and it kind of calmed me down, because I was worried about my heart, and I was focusing on my heart and doing things to make sure that I was healthy. But the problem wasn't my heart. The problem was anxiety. That's what my issue was, and I was focusing on the wrong thing. And that's what we do a lot. We focus more on the symptoms, on the heart issues, that we think our heart has that we have a problem with our heart. But the truth is, our heart is perfectly fine, and it's our anxiety that's the issue. And of course, we want to go to the doctor to make sure. But once the doctor gives us the clean bill of health, then we know that, hey, okay, it's not our heart, it is our anxiety that's the problem. So we got to focus on the anxiety. That is really going to help us to deal with the issue. Instead of focusing on our symptoms, we're going to focus on the anxiety. Because once we deal with the anxiety and heal ourselves, then the symptoms go away. Now, of course, healing your anxiety does take time, and it's going to require help, because we cannot do it on our own. Nobody that I've known was able to overcome anxiety on its own. And even if they did, they always tell me, like, oh, why did it come back? Because we actually didn't heal it. We were able to put a patch on it, like a certain Band-Aid, and then it came back. Like, why did it come back? Now, we need to build ourselves in a certain way, our mindset, so that we could feel much better, so that we can have that long-lasting relief. And we also want to understand how anxiety works and how it's controlling us, because the purpose of anxiety is it's there to protect you from danger. That's what's its job. So right now, your danger, your amygdala is perceiving like, hey, our heart isn't healthy. There's a problem with our heart. We need to make sure that everything is fine. So you need to do A, B, and C so that we can have a healthy heart, and making sure that our heart doesn't increase, or we don't experience heart palpitations or any chest pains or anything like that, so to make sure that our heart is okay. But whenever we do experience a certain symptom that's connected to our heart, we right away sound the alarm, and that increases our anxiety, which increases our symptoms. So it doesn't really help. What we need to do is reprogram our amygdala and showing like, hey, we are not in danger. I already went to the doctor. I went to the cardiologist multiple times. I've gotten checked out over and over and over and over again, and everything is fine. So there really isn't any danger over here, but our anxiety will perceive it. Our amygdala will perceive it. There is danger over here. We need to be hyper-focused, because wherever the danger is, we're going to be focusing on that. Like, I give you an example. My daughter, she is 2 years old, right? And whenever she meets people, and there's certain people that she likes and she's automatically friendly with them and she laughs, and there's certain people that she's just afraid of them. And the entire time that person is there, my daughter is just focused on that person. She won't let her eyes off that person. It can be whatever, you can have whatever you like around her. It can be Cocomelon on, it can be Miss Rachel on, it can be whatever is on, let's say on TV, or even her toys, her favorite doll, whatever it is. She will just focus on that person. The reason why is because she's afraid of that person. She fears that thing. It can not even be a person, it can be whatever it is. It can be a certain thing. She will just focus on that. Now, why is that? Because, again, her fight and fight response is trying to protect her. Her amygdala is trying to protect her from that danger. So it needs to focus on it and make sure, hey, we're going to be okay, because we need to survive. Especially now with our heart, which runs basically our body, right? Without it, we can't survive. So our anxiety is going to be so hyper-focused on that thing, and it's not going to let go, because we are perceiving that we are in danger. We need to change the narrative. We need to change that and tell ourselves we are not in danger. We are safe. Our heart is okay. It's healthy. There's nothing wrong with it. You understand? That's the thing over here. We need to let it understand that, hey, we need to let the amygdala understand that we are safe, so that we can calm ourselves down and not be hyper-focused on it. Now, some people might say, I want to be focused on it, because what if there is something wrong with my heart? So I asked them, okay, did you go to the doctor? Yeah. Okay. And did they do EKG? They did whatever test they need to do. Did they put that? I remember I put a certain device around my neck, on my chest for 24 hours to check my heart rhythm and everything. Did they do that? Yeah. And is everything okay? Yeah. The doctor said everything is fine. So why are you worried about? But what if they missed something? Or what if they made a mistake? But you took multiple tests. That's the anxiety speaking right there. Whenever it's telling you, but what if they miss something? That's doubt. Anxiety puts in doubt. That's what it does. That's its job. It's putting in doubt over there. And we need to go get that reinsurance, right? So what do we do when we get that need? We need that reassurance. We go to the doctor to get that reassurance. That is our reassurance. That's why we'll go multiple times. That's why we'll do certain things or avoid certain things in order for us to feel much better, in order for us to be calmer. That is the thing. So we will do whatever it is to make sure that we are fine. But the anxiety will always make us doubt. When it comes to us to try to give ourselves reassurance, the anxiety will make us doubt it, because, like, who are you to give us the reassurance, right? And this is why I always say confidence is key. When you build the confidence, you can shut up the anxiety. The anxiety won't talk anymore, because the anxiety works whenever you have low self-confidence. When you are not confident that you are healthy, that there's nothing wrong with your heart. So what happens is that it will make you do certain things, go certain places in order to make sure that you are okay. It literally will control everything and make you focus, just like my daughter, how she focuses on that one thing that she's afraid about. She will just be hyper focused on that until that thing is gone. And then she can go back to her old self. Because again, at the end of the day, we're trying to protect ourselves. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we are fine. But listen, I'm not saying not to go to the doctor. If you're worried about it, you want to make sure you're experiencing chest pains, go. But don't go multiple times. Don't go multiple times just to make sure that you're afraid, that you're okay. Don't do certain things, over and over again. Like, for example, right, not being able to fall asleep because we're afraid that our heart is going to decrease. That is affecting your mental state, not able to sleep. You understand? Or not doing exercise because you're afraid that your heart rate is going to increase, or do certain activities that is going to increase, right? That's controlling your life. That's not giving the life that you want to live or you want to do, right? At the end of the day. So we need to do certain things and give ourselves reassurance, right? We need to do that and build that confidence so that we are no longer afraid, and we can give ourselves that confidence and tell ourselves like, no, we are okay. We are fine. There's nothing wrong, so that we can get our focus off that and onto other things. So to conclude, at the end of the day, our anxiety is there to protect us. And this is why we're so hyper-focused right now on our heart to make sure that it is healthy. And this is why we do certain things and go to the doctor to make sure that everything is okay. Because right now, our anxiety, our amygdala, is perceiving our heart being unhealthy. And what we need to do is change that narrative and try to get our focus onto something else so that we can actually start living the life like we used to have. If you are looking for a natural remedy in order to help you to deal with your anxiety and help you on your journey to overcome it, I created Calmly CBD, where it specifically helps you to calm down your anxiety and panic attacks. And as well, it doesn't make you feel drowsy. It doesn't make you feel sleepy. And it helps you to just feel calm so you can actually do things throughout the day, like work, drive, go out, and do whatever you like in a more calmer state of mind. As well as not addictive or has any side effects or any withdrawals, which this way can actually help you to heal your anxiety and get you to the destination in overcoming your anxiety much quicker. You can click the link that's in the description. It would say Calmly CBD to place your order today. And then right now it's on sale for a limited time, where you can buy one and get the second one free. If you did like this episode, please click the like button and leave a 5-star review. The reason why I ask is because this way we're able to reach more people, and the more people that we can actually reach, the more people that we can actually help. Because my mission in this world, my purpose, is to help people to overcome and heal their anxiety naturally and show them that it's possible to overcome. Thank you guys, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.